Okay, so let's quickly talk about the prompt itself. So I will paste the prompt I wrote and let's see what happens. Okay, that's looking not too bad. I think it's quite close to my imagination, but I want to show you a technique I use quite often. I went to ChatGPT, pasted the prompt, asked it for it to improve the prompt for XDHL image generation and add a negative prompt also. So let's copy what we have inside here and let's try if there's any difference and which result we like better. So let's copy this, go back, go to the negative prompt. First, let's accept the image and deactivate it. If we don't deactivate it, it will generate an image that's based on this one. And it will use the denoising strength to see how much it should differ from the first one. But we deactivate it. Okay, that's not too bad, but we can also accept it to compare it. So let's activate this one. So we have these two. I don't know which one you like better. I think actually the first one was better in this case. But it depends. Sometimes it works quite well to improve this because it makes more elaborate things that I usually don't think about. Also, what you want to consider with the prompt in the beginning, it should be the most important things. So for example, if you have a number of people or you have a situation, then you want to describe it roughly in a sentence at first and then go into detail. So you go from general to specific, and you also don't want to be complicated language, but use simple language and don't make it too long. Yeah, that's generally the advice I can give on the prompt itself. And for the negative prompt, I think you can keep it most of the time. For photography, maybe this is optimized, but for other things, you might change it a bit. Yeah, that's basically what I can tell you about the prompt itself. There's another thing that if something is very important in your prompt, then you can put a plus behind. So let's say the overcast clouds are very important, and with some generations, they don't show so much. So you can do a plus or two behind. So if you do 2 pluses, it gives more weight to these clouds. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay, there's one more thing I want to show you. I wrote a prompt myself, and I want to show you the prompt templates. It's inside of Invoke, and it's basically just adding things to your prompt. So I held my prompt quite general. Maybe the misty atmosphere and cinematic vibe is a bit photography based, so we can maybe delete this one. But generally, I think it's quite general. So yeah, let's choose something. So maybe let's go with illustration style. So it's just adding things that you cannot see here behind your prompt. I think you can enable it here. No, that's not this one, sorry. But it's adding things to your positive and negative prompt. So let's try how this looks. Okay, this is definitely illustration style, even though I didn't write it here myself. And it's quite nice because you can quickly iterate on different styles. For example, we can do some black and white photography. And let's see how this looks, but let's first accept it and deactivate the layer. Okay, yeah, now we have some black and white photography that's actually quite detailed. And let's accept it too. So this is what I wanted to show you, the prompt template, and don't forget to delete it after you don't need it anymore. And what I also wanted to show you is a quick thing that you can, how do you say? You can put more generations in one batch. So let's do 3. And let's do photography style here. And let's have 3 of these. Okay, what we have now is 3 of these. And you can cycle through them here. They're actually quite similar. And I don't know why. Maybe, yeah, we forgot to deactivate the layer. So it's based on the black and white layer we had before. That's why they are so similar. But what happens if we accept them is we accept only one of them. So if you want to keep maybe 2 or all of them, then you have to go here and click on raster layer. So it will make a raster layer out of this one. So we have one raster layer, and you will see pop it up here in the corner. So okay, we now have image number 3, and I also liked image number 1. So let's say raster layer, or we can also accept it because it will just do in a raster layer. And so now we have both images. Otherwise you only accept it and it will be one of those 3 because you have to choose.